guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Snow, and today I'd like to just talk a little bit about the various annoying people I find in movie theaters. 就电影院里蛮讨厌的一些人. So I'm a real fan of movies, so I'd actually sometimes go to the movies alone, and I actually prefer to because sometimes you meet some of the really annoying people. So there's 5 main people categories that I really dislike. So the first one is the people who come late. Well, it's okay if you come during the advertisements and like just the front, just the ads, because I kind of went to the movies a bit too much that I could calculate that the ads go on for like 15 minutes before the movie starts. So every time I go to the movies, I would actually kind of add 15 minutes. So I would kind of be late. So if the movie was starting at 1:30, like I would know the actual movie starts at 1:45 instead of 1:30. But so if you go in at 1:35, usually it's dark, right? So it depends whether I'm in the mood to sit in for the advertisements. But the people who I mean are really late are the ones who come after 1:45. So I remember a film, it was during the European Film Festival, and so the film was in Norwegian, and so it was a 1.5-hour movie. And then I remember halfway through the movie someone came in, and it wasn't just like 1 or 2, it was like a group of 5 or 6. So like they kind of ruined the atmosphere, and it was a bit annoying because they would like talk a bit while they were being seated, and then it just kind of ruined the whole movie experience for me with that one. I still enjoyed the movie, of course, but then I kind of preferred if they weren't late, and because you have to shove your feet in if they're sitting in your row, and otherwise if they're in front of you, you kind of get your screen blocked. So if you're one of those who don't really keep track of time, maybe don't buy the seats like in the middle. But if you do, I guess, okay, once or twice being late is kind of excusable. But yeah, of course I myself have been late once or twice, but I'm just saying those who regularly are late, please don't. Otherwise, just find a seat like to the corner, please. I'm sure no one would mind. And then those who really like to talk in movies, the second one. Oh, I have had a lot of experience with people who talk in movies. For one, I actually prefer to go to movies alone after this family incident where I was sitting in a row with my family and then they would talk to me, but I just didn't find that helpful at all in the movie setting, because I'm the type, I don't really like to read subtitles. So for me, I just like to listen to what's happening on screen, And so if I get like a few comments like here and there, oh, look at her, she's so pretty, oh, they're gonna be together, and I'm just like, oh, okay, you're not. It's just like, because I really like to just immerse myself in movies and just listen to the dialogues, and I really just observe like, oh, how did the director like film this part, or what's the costume like, or hey, why is this shot like filmed from above instead of, just like analyzing the whole thing, and then like get interrupted. So yeah, it's not the best. And when it's strangers as well, there are people who do that. They just find it funny to talk, or I don't know, or just like think it's their living room. And if I'm daring or if I'm in the mood, I will actually tell these people off. And I kind of scare a few of my friends, I think. That's why I prefer watching alone as well. And because there was one time I was watching Wreck-It Ralph, the second one, and I was watching it for the second time because the first time I watched it, it was okay, but then I went to read reviews after the film, and then they said there was a little guy. What's his name? Stan? Yeah, I think it's Stan. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I just wanted to spot him again because I was like, oh, I don't really look into that much detail during the movie because I was just like overall watching the whole story. So the second time I really wanted to spot this secret hidden character, and then it was really annoying, the row of kids behind me. I could tell they were kids because they were talking about university, and they're like, oh, why are you going to that city instead, or like, oh, have you any plans for dinner? And I was like, seriously, can you not talk in the movie? And it was a few times I would just like turn over, look over, and I thought they'd get the message, but clearly not. So at the end of the movie, I just turned around and told them off. Yeah, and I don't know if they really understood the message, but I kind of just hope in the future that they won't ruin other people's films. Yeah. And third one is the people who talk on their phones. Really, they do. And actually, the people who don't put their phones to silent mode. It's really annoying when I just listen to ringtones and I'm like, oh, not again. Whose phone is that? And sometimes it's, yeah, people sitting next to me. Like, who I'm watching the movie with, you know? It's just like, can you not? And then I remember like my friend, she was like, oh, but I turned it to mute. I was like, I don't think so, because it was like ringing quite loudly, and in the end, like, she just turned it off. I was like, why don't you turn it to silent mode? I guess sometimes the older generation might need some help. Not saying that as a insult, but it's true. Sometimes, yeah. Like my dad, he just puts it to flight mode, which is safe. It's like, he doesn't know how to turn it to silent, but at least he can turn it to flight mode, which I'm very thankful for. And another experience in the movies was this lady, she was on her phone and she was talking to her daughter. And she was just saying about, oh, have you eaten? And, oh, have you gone to the doctors? Oh my gosh, you need to see the doctor. I was like, we are in a movie, can you not ruin it? And that movie was quite a funny one. It was like a comedy slash like kind of a sad drama. So it was terrible. And I kind of like just did a big shush. And she got the message. But she had been talking on the phone for about like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So it was quite annoying. Yeah. So next time, if you want to talk in the movies, especially on the phone, make sure you have the whole theater room to yourself. I guess no one will mind. Yeah. And the fourth one is the ones who play on their phone. This is okay, like during the advertisements, I guess. Like, I guess I've watched people play, like, you know, back in the days it was like COC or something. I don't know what they play nowadays, but it's just like you can see because in front of you there's like screens like lighting up, the phone screens, and then it's okay if they're like kind of adjust the brightness, but you can still see it. It's still like you're playing on your phone. And those who like just check on Instagram as well during the movies, I was just like, can you not? But yeah, it's usually those like in front of you, even beside you. Like, it's really annoying because because you can kind of feel that light, because in the cinema it's quite dark. So usually you just see the screen in front of you, the big screen, and then suddenly there's this light popping out beside you, and you're like, what? Yeah, so next time, if you have something urgent you need to check, like Instagram or Facebook, make sure you do it before or after the movies. And the last one, I don't see it happen a lot, but there are cases. So it's those who it's also like kind of they think that they own the cinema, I guess, that they like to pop their feet on the chair in front of them. So imagine I'm sitting in my seat and the person behind me thinks it's okay to pop his feet like on my headrest. Yeah. And sometimes those who don't wear their shoes, they take off their socks, maybe, because I can smell something that just isn't that appealing. Yeah. So just bear in mind, sometimes it's okay to just be comfortable and enjoy your time, but just be mindful that there's people sharing this space with you. So if you kind of feel like, oh, I want to stretch out and stuff, it's okay, but then just bear in mind that sometimes it might not be the best for the person sitting next to you or around you. So yeah, sorry if this is a sensitive topic to some of you, like maybe you do it unknowingly or you do it like deliberately. It's okay, but just please just improve. Yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy the movie better as well. Otherwise, you can always just play a movie at home if you really want to like talk on the phone or like play your phone while you watch a movie. Just not in the cinemas, please. Okay, well, that's all for today. Hope you kind of liked a bit of what I say. Otherwise, yeah, feel free to just kind of not sabotage me, but just kind of disagree with what I said. But just bear in mind, this is some of just my personal opinions and some of my own experiences. Okay, see you! Bye!